live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby. We're trying to make it, baby.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Insanity Check. Once again, we are in the mini studio. That is the small version of Insanity Check. I am Ken.
The tradition. You should say the traditional version.
Yeah, it's the traditional.
Not the small version.
Traditional with a couple of upgrades.
Yeah, because we had a lot of big moments on the other show.
That be skillet sauce on the other end there, and in the middle, you new viewers might recognize this is Netty Chan.
Hola.
She is our wonderful announcer and liaison to the next segments and whatnot have you on our new show and the big version of our new show. She decided to join us here today. Welcome. How you doing?
Good. I'm great. I love the confinement.
Like small spaces? That's like a tied up thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Bondage and all that.
As you can see, this is going to be a hell of a show. And you've noticed that Netty has interesting outfits, which is one of the reasons why we had her on the show. We just wear boring shit because no one wants to see what's under here anyway.
Yeah.
But as you can see, she has on a fishnet top.
Let me see. Can you get up a little bit? Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, that's. So you got little cutoff jeans. You got a little fishnet outfit there.
Yes.
Some stockings.
Yes.
And a little what kind? Was that a halter vest thingy? What?
Something I bought from Goodwill and chopped up for my good, nice scents.
Mm-hmm.
We approve.
Okay.
I love making my own outfits and looking all crazy out in the street. I wouldn't feel like a New Yorker if I didn't look crazy out on the subway and stuff.
And I'm glad you said that because there's several women that I've known in my life who are not from New York and they're like, oh my God, my hair looks terrible. I can't go out this way. I can't do this. I'm like, you're in New York City. No one gives a shit.
No one cares
what you look like. And, depending on how crazy you look, you'll get some applause. You'll get some compliments.
Yes.
You get applause and compliments when you're out?
Yes, sometimes people walk up to me and they're like, are you this character? And I'm like, no, but
wait
thanks.
a second. So you actually go out projecting certain characters?
Yes.
Or that's, okay.
Yes.
And who's your favorite character?
I doubt you guys would know this person, but her name is Lady Eurydice from Bleach.
Lady Uterus, you said?
Eurydice.
Lady Kim Cheese?
Well, the only reason why I like cosplaying her is because she's black. That's about it. There's rarely a black person in anime, and usually I'm just a black girl that's portraying another character that is Japanese, but she's actually black in the show.
Okay.
So
Wow.
And there's our word, one of the words of today, ladies and gentlemen, cosplay. Never heard of it until we were introduced to Netty. And
Actually, no, I heard of it before.
I never heard of it.
I heard of it before.
And what exactly is cosplay, Netty?
cosplay is dressing up like your favorite character. They don't necessarily have to be anime. They could be comic book or movies. Like I've seen people do, I don't know if you remember Fifth Element?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
I've seen girls dressed like Lilu, the white stripes and the orange hair. Mm-hmm. And that's cosplay. It's just
so it's like,
character.
is it costume play? Is it costume, like, that's what does it stand for?
Yeah, because
like
if you just buy a clown outfit and you go to a Halloween party and you're just a clown. But if you get like the crazy teeth and stuff, then they're like, oh, you're the It clown. You're from that movie, It.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between regular dress up and cosplay. So.
Oh, okay.
And do you while you're in costume, are you supposed to assume the personality of the character you're in, or you can just be you?
I mean, you could be you, but that's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever I do Harley Quinn, I go around with a big old mallet and I'm hitting people in the butts, and then I have a confetti gun and I'm shooting people in the face and stuff like that.
Did you make the mallet yourself, or did you purchase the mallet?
No, I made the mallet myself. I just took like a broomstick and then sheets and a whole bunch of tape and just... That's the good thing about cosplay. You could be a closet cosplayer and just pick things from your closet and just glue and scissor and sew, and then you got something together, and that's your costume.
Oh, okay.
Now this question is popped in. Is there like now you said you can make your own costumes, or you can purchase costumes. Obviously.
Yeah.
Now, is there like do the people who purchase costumes look down on the people who make their costumes?
Oh, you mean like a hierarchy?
Actually, it's the other way around.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait a
the
second.
people who make their costumes look down on the people who buy their costumes. Because it's
Okay.
like, I was here for 2 weeks sewing and gluing and cutting, and you just right on eBay
Right.
and bought
I
your
can
shit.
believe that. No, because it's like, kites. People that make their own kites look down on people that just go buy a kite. It's like, that's no originality. So I can understand that from a creative standpoint.
Yes.
I definitely understand that. And do you like attend like cosplay functions?
I do. There's one that I go to every 2 weeks called Game Over. And that one is like a plug and play. We bring our Wiis and PS3s and Xboxes, and we just plug in and we play.
Oh, so
But,
it's like a designated venue, or does it change?
It does change, but the group name still stays at this one venue. This one is a Korean-Japanese karaoke spot. So they have individual rooms, and there's like your own TV in there, and if you want to play some songs, then you just pay for the songs.
Oh, okay.
But we don't do the karaoke.
You just go in there and put your stuff, and they don't mind you like plugging your stuff up to their television.
No,
or
they don't mind.
Oh, okay, that's
And
what's up.
what size group comes there like regularly?
Like from 30 to 60 people.
Damn.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shit.
And so you're a gamer. You like playing?
I love video games.
What do you play?
Yeah.
Mostly Just Dance or
Dance. What do you mean?
Dance
Oh, I
Dance
mean that Wii
Revolution.
game where you jump around and
yes,
shit. Yeah.
but they have it for Xbox too.
Oh, okay.
And but if it has to be fighting, then anything 3D, no 2D. And what I mean by that is like, you know how they have the Marvel versus Capcom and Street Fighter, and if you jump up there, the camera goes up there, and your character's still down there.
Yeah.
No, none of that. 3D meaning like Tekken, a Mortal Kombat,
Virtual Fighter and stuff like that?
No, Virtual Fighter is 2D. It does that shit too. Virtual Fighter? Yeah, I just don't like the ones where you have to mash a whole bunch of buttons. I like combos.
Wait a second. So wait a second. I thought Virtual Fighter. Wait a second.
That was
Did
like
they?
the first
That was like 3 because you can move all. I know what you mean by the 2D is sort of like this old-fashioned side-scrolling game, like all the Street Fighter, the what was that shit? The Final Fight and Neo Geo shits that they used to with Terry Bogard and those guys. But you're talking about the one where you can actually go completely around the character.
Yeah,
Like Tekken. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Well, one of my favorite is
Soul Calibur. Remember that?
Yes,
Soul
I
Calibur,
love Soul Calibur. One of my favorites is Dragon Ball Z. It's one of my favorite games.
Never played that shit.
You never got into. You're a guy. You never got into Dragon Ball Z.
Nope.
That was like a rite of passage for you. You missed it.
Don't
I guess
know.
I missed
Yeah.
That was a gamer's bar mitzvah, and you missed it.
Well, I don't know if I ever consider myself a gamer. I mean,
Yeah.
I had my moments. I mean, we had our moments
Yeah.
back in the day, but
Yeah, the only thing I like now is racing games, like simulated racing games. That's it.
Okay.
Just like really a realistic. It can't be some Need for Speed 8 or whatever the fuck it is, where you could just crash and everything. It has to be like a serious, like a Forza or Gran Turismo. It's got to be something in that vein, like a realistic racing sim. Other than that, I don't want to play anything.
Believe it
or
or
tennis.
not, believe it or not, I've seen fights break out over Mario Kart.
Really?
Yes, they
Yo,
take Mario Kart very,
I haven't
very
played Mario
serious.
Kart we used to play that all the time on the Nintendo 64 days when it first came. Yo, that's actually fun. Throwing the bananas out the back and make it do. Yeah, I like
No,
that.
I've seen people throw controls, lunge
Why?
at
Because
other
somebody
people.
made them like shot a turtle shell at them or skip the banana on them or whatever.
Or because they like, oh, I want to go this round again, and when you lose, you're supposed to pass the control.
Oh.
So just black
okay.
people in games.
So I was going to ask that. What is the racial demographic of the people that come to this particular function? Is it like multicultural or is it just
it is. There's white, there's black, there's Hispanic, there's Asian. Not that much Asian. You would think that there would be
I would
more.
think,
that
really.
is surprising.
But it's mostly the nerd community. If you've seen a nerd in any form, they're there.
That's what I was about to say. It's kind
fucking
of
nerds,
funny to
man.
see nerds getting all rowdy and tough.
Yeah, is that what they're going to do? Fucking start throwing fucking pencils at each other? Some bullshit like that,
It's mostly
man?
just, the whole rough up thing.
Spinning a fucking controller around and shit and sling. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nerds.
Yes, well, my type
Actually,
is a
everything is
sexy
wireless
nerd. I'm a
anyway,
sexy
so
nerd.
you're a sexy nerd. Okay.
Yes.
Now, that was bringing to my next question because during one of our previous tapings, you said something to the effect, and I don't know if I can get this quite right. You said that you're more likely to get sex from a nerd than a non-nerd because nerds are horny or something like that?
Yeah, they are, but they're not assertive. It's like, you know.
Is that men and women? The men, the boys, and the girls?
No, not the girls. Like, the nerdish girls are crazy freaks. If you go to, like, any convention, most of them won't wear panties.
What?
Yeah, they're in, like, their hentai gear, like the Lolita maid that I did a couple shows ago. Like, and they're just
I'm just
crazy.
listening, man. This is
I'm
fascinating.
telling you, these nerdish girls, they are freaks. They are. But the guys, they're very... the girls intimidate them.
Well, they're nerds, of course.
Yeah. So
we gotta buy costumes. No,
this shit sounds.
Thor, son.
This shit sounds extremely fascinating. I would have never thought this. You know, that's so like. Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh no.
any one of you.
No, I was gonna say, you know, as far as in when you say they're horny and stuff like that, you know, but so you make the first move to these geeks. And then
No, I wouldn't. None of us would.
Oh, so that maybe that's why they're horny, because they're not getting any play.
Yeah, they're not. But I'm saying a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
So if one of them were to step to you awkwardly, an awkward step to
I'd
you,
probably jump his bones.
Now,
do they know this?
Are you a...
No, they don't know because they're not asking.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, get some costumes. Listen, so now are the nerd chicks? Are they only attracted to nerd dudes, or they want any guy?
It's so and so. It depends, because you have like your hot nerds, then you have the ones that they could be hot if they like tweeze their eyebrows or whatever. Then you have like no, that's one thing you're gonna come across. Some girls with unibrows. I swear to God. Then
unibrow women. I thought you were talking about the dudes.
No, these are the women.
What the fuck kind of?
Well, okay, you have to understand that you have your hot nerds, your sexy nerds. The nerds that are hot and they'll do like Wonder Woman or they'll do like Poison Ivy because they're hot, but they're into comics and stuff like that. But then you have the types that aren't hot, but they're doable. They still have a vagina.
Now, is hot to a nerd nerdy or non-nerdy? Like if you look more nerdy, does that get their juices flowing more? Or if you look like a regular, like Fonzie.
Where the fuck is this conversation going, man?
No, not so much if you look nerdy. If you dress up a lot and just look kind of out there crazy, then yeah, that kind of turns them on because it's
you're
like
halfway there with your fucking outfits and shit.
Whatever, but I don't dress up like no goddamn Snake Plissken or some shit to go outside the fucking house.
What you called Waldo or whatever by Sheldon the other day?
I don't know. He called me sideshow barber.
Oh,
It was a terrible fucking reference anyway. So I mean, the shit wasn't even applicable, man. It just was ridiculous, man. But in any case,
I like your douchebag shirts though. You always have something on there.
yeah. What's the matter with it? Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, I like them.
Step up and stuff, man. Man. See, you can see the back. See?
Oh shit!
Yeah, Skillet sauce.
Your name is there.
Yeah, Skillet sauce. Yes, this shit is official, man. I'm thinking of selling these, man.
Yeah,
we should sell these off of Facebook, man.
I wouldn't be able to afford it.
Don't worry, man. Yeah, obviously, you're on the show, you get one for free. But,
great! Yay!
And so there are no such things as like nerd orgies or nerd swing.
Yo, what is it with you? You just want to get to fucking nerd whoredom. What the fuck is that? That's what.
What the fuck are we here for? I'm sorry.
I want to find out about the culture. You want to find out about the culture.
I swear to God, the Japs, they love sex. So this is a part of their culture.
Check yourself.
Nerd whoredom? Okay, yeah. Let me just shut the fuck up and listen to this shit.
So there's this thing called hentai. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I heard of it, yes.
It's, if you guys haven't heard of it,
porn, right?
It's Japanese animated porn. There's usually two types. There's the one with like
the monsters and shit
the
like that. I'm like
monsters
super dick in the bitches.
And the tentacles.
Right.
And,
fucking them from everywhere and explosive jizz. They be blowing up and shit. Cause remember, what was the one we saw back in the day? Was it Monster City or some shit like that?
Something like
and
that.
some demons was fucking these
Wicked
nurses.
City.
Something that women's heads was the
Oh,
jizzing was
no. That one is
blowing them
Legend
up.
of the Overfiend.
That was it. Legend of the Overfiend. And they was fucking these women and tearing them in half.
There was
ripping them in half.
There was one called Wicked City or Demon City, and the girl, like, she was a demon, but she turned into a spider demon, and all right here from like her neck to the bottom was a vagina.
Yeah, open up. Yeah,
it was a vagina with teeth.
No, Buzz used to Buzz used to have these fucking shits, man. It's
Imagine have been watching it your fucking.
Yeah, because it was Buzz gave it to me because we didn't get. We used to watch those shit after school, and then he brought them joints back home, and I just remember that Legend of the Overfiend. It was just they was ripping these women apart.
With
So
their
with
dicks.
that
one
dick,
type of hentai. What's the other type?
What's the other type?
Oh, the other type is the ones that I buy, which has to always deal with bribery and blackmail. Always.
With humans or
yeah, regular humans. There's no monsters, anything like that.
So they bribe the women and then have sex, or they blackmail them to have sex.
Yeah.
But is the sex conventional, or is it the same kind of submissive? Because every time I see
submissive, always very submissive.
So what is up with that? Because it seems like whenever I've seen these even clips from these things, it's always the woman is very like she's usually crying like she got
Yeah, right.
Yes, you know she's always like titties out the fucking head. She's crying, and the fucking dude's like, yeah, cramming dick in her mouth and all this other kind of shit. That shit is terrible. So,
well, if okay, anime and hentai is just an exaggeration of the actual Japanese culture. And if you actually look at a Japanese couple, the woman would always bow down to her man, and it doesn't matter what the situation.
See, I'd have to do some investigation of that shit because I mean, if that is literally like you said an exaggeration, then wow, man. Because I've never seen. It always seems like the woman is totally being dominated by the guy, and in most cases, forced. Like literally, you know how they illustrate just two straight lines, streaming lines of tears and shit when the guy's like blasting in her face or just grabbing her fucking hair. Like, man.
Well, sometimes that's because, bodily functions just move out. And they like to do a lot of that, what's it called when you cleanse your colon? What's it called when you cleanse your colon?
Are you talking about an enema?
Yes, they like to do that too in the hentais.
Wait, so what the fuck are you talking about? No, slow down. So they give themselves enemas? They don't actually...
No, they put it in like a syringe without the needle part.
Yeah, no.
And they put it in the girl. And then they tell her, like, when you're ready, we're going to have some anal sex after you shit all over this floor. And then they do it. But usually when that's happening, there's snot coming out, there's tears coming out, they're drooling, they're peeing, they're shitting.
In the movies.
Are you fucking serious?
But in the animated.
And you possessed this shit? Was it legal to acquire?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, they weren't real. They're animated people.
Holy shit, yo.
But that's sometimes why you would see them crying is because just all of the
fucking bodily fluids and shit.
Everything
and Oh my God, yo,
It's interesting. I mean,
this is so new to me. I did not expect this shit is no. I mean, first of all, no. I can't see how anyone can get turned. This was my problem with back in the days going to comic book conventions. There is no arousal to watching an animated character do anything. It's a cartoon. I don't give a fuck what's happening. It's an animated. It's not even ink anymore. It's digital fucking stuff going around inside of a computer to create characters. So how can you get aroused from cartoon characters?
Like you say, man, you can get aroused from an egg.
It's a fantasy.
What the fuck you mean from getting aroused from an egg?
That video.
Oh Christ! Yes.
Oh Christ!
Someone fucked an egg?
No, some sick bastard was paying some woman. He laid on the floor, and she was rubbing a hard-boiled egg on his chest, and this dude had a fucking erection and was about to blow his load.
Oh.
From getting an egg rubbed on his chest.
A lot of people have
this
sick.
guy was this guy was yoking off.
And believe it or not, even though yoking off.
That's a fucking terrible.
Believe it or not, even though the hentai does all that stuff, I've seen worse live action porns. Like I've seen worse.
There's far worse live action.
And they're usually like in Europe and stuff.
There was I saw this video. I don't know where it was.
Yeah, motherfucker, it was on your computer. You don't know where it was.
My fucking computer.
And you were looking for it. You don't know where. What the fuck?
It was
Just surfing,
like some. It was
the web.
some Asian country. It wasn't. I don't know if it was Japan or Taiwan or whatever, but some Asian country where some dude specializes in the sick shit. Like he has, and it was showing the filming of it. So these women were coming in there and was fucking themselves with squids and fish and eels.
I've seen that.
Let me ask you.
I've seen eels in the.
Let me ask
asshole,
both of you
leeches in the
motherfuckers
asshole.
this question. I never come across this stuff. So you are searching for the weird and the strange.
No, look, all you gotta do is
No,
go
I mean
to
for
the tags.
him. Yeah, well, see, no, there's no tag. The shit that I look at, there's no
I'm sorry.
tags.
What is exactly the difference between looking for weird, sick, sexual shit and just the weird, sick shit that you find and bring to this fucking show every week?
Because it's what fuels this fucking show.
So can that.
So
But you
his
just
is
like
research. He's saying his is
No,
research
because
and yours is recreational.
No, see, the whole point is prior to this show, I was not searching for this kind of madness.
But
And
yet,
you know, if
somehow
this,
you always find this shit.
because now I'm searching for it. That's the whole point. I have a reason for searching for it because of this show. Prior to the show, I never searched for it. And when this show finally goes off into the show horizon, I am no longer going to look for this madness.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1.
Oh, how about $2? But your ass is going to try. You're looking for bizarre, crazy.
No, I didn't think about looking for motherfuckers fucking
The
together with
lies, motherfucker.
It
the
just
lies.
pops up. You're like, oh my God, what's that in that girl's
Or it
ass?
just-
And you're
it
like, I
just
have to
pops
see it.
up.
I'm an
Or
American.
it's,
I have to see
no,
it.
or it's I may be watching some shit and then some the side panel videos.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh shit. What the fuck is
So
that?
what could you? Okay, we all agree that we all watch porn.
Yes.
I never see anything in my sidebar like that.
You know why? Because it depends on the type of porn you're watching.
That's my point.
I don't
That's what I'm
watch
trying to get to.
regular porn.
That's my point. You guys are already looking at sick level 3, and then sick level 5
Yeah.
comes up on the side.
Okay.
I don't look at that shit.
Okay, so yes, we're at SickCon 3.
That's right.
And then SickCon 5 pops up on the right hand side.
Exactly, man. I don't know the fuck you guys are
Well,
watching.
no, when
man.
I go onto the websites, I like to use the search engine like
Yeah.
they usually, and I put in bloopers.
like bloopers and
yeah,
combinations.
or
and-
fails, compilations,
Yes,
and
yes,
bloopers. And
What
I
is
like,
that? Did they what? Oh, damn, I'm.
yeah, the bloopers
Wait,
are
wait,
crazy.
is that just general or porn fails?
No, porn fails.
So
and
what the
porn
fuck is that?
bloopers.
I didn't know about the new
I don't know.
porn
Yeah,
fails.
like what is this?
Okay, you know how you could tell when a camera cuts and we're gonna, take a break, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They put on what wasn't showed, like a guy accidentally going into the asshole and then the girl starts bleeding and she's like running around the room like, ah, my ass. No, I've seen these things.
You know, I actually saw one, but it
Me
was.
too, and it was a funny one, but go ahead.
Oh, cause the one I'm talking about, it was I think that fucking the Gooch had it or somebody. It was these two chicks handling like these two super dick dudes. Maybe you saw it too. And it was a light skinned chick and it was another chick, and these motherfuckers had like shits like this.
Lord of
And
mercy.
what happened was this one, she was handling it like a pro and made this dude bust too fast. So they had to like blur the screen out, and there was no pop shot for him that said, so and so, whatever, dude basically nutted too quickly. So that's the only time I had ever seen anything like that. You'd assume that with humans it happens.
yeah,
but yeah.
No,
No, there's one
I've
I
seen something
saw.
worse.
No.
Yeah, but this is just funny. These guys, it was two guys and a girl, and something was happening. The camera was something was slowing up production.
Yeah.
And these guys were there waiting, had it like in position, and everything, and I think that someone was like off screen was like, okay, ready, and or we're almost there, and one of the guys said. He's like, come on, dude, let's just fuck this bitch and get it over with. And the chick turned around, was like, dude,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, this bust this.
What?
Like,
No, actually, we
damn.
did see that other one. Remember that wild Spanish lady, that's older Spanish lady was taking these two amateur dudes to task.
Yeah.
His motherfucking hair was trembling, so he kept going to his own meets. And you heard off camera, the director was like, "Dude, stop touching yourself." You remember because she was. Remember, she was too much for these motherfuckers.
I remember the porn, yeah.
Yeah, and that shit was so funny because this guy was not a professional. So this guy was like bringing this hand down, trying to jerk his shit. And they was like, yo, stop, because he was going to blow his shit. But that one, I do remember that one. Yo, little, come on, dude, let's just fuck this bitch and get out of here. She turned around like, yo.
No. There was this one that I seen because I like to just only look at the bloopers sometimes. I don't want the whole video or whatever. So this girl, she was getting ready for the cum shot and everything. She had her mouth open and everything. And the guy just finished fucking her, and he's like, okay, yeah, so they have to hurry up and turn around. And the camera gets real close to her face. So he starts like coming in her mouth, and I guess it hit her uvula the wrong way. She just started throwing up chunks.
Damn.
Like, And so the guy who was coming, he ran off the set. Like, he jumped back real quick. You hear the director laughing. Then the guy, the naked dude, he's holding his dick down. He brings her a plastic bag, like, here you go. And because she's doing it on the couch, on the carpet. And she keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
And just throwing up.
Yes, but this was the icebreaker right there. She said, I'm sorry. The thing is, I'm pregnant.
Wow.
Yes. I'm like, what, bitch?
Holy shit.
But this wasn't a blooper, but this is just one of the funniest things I've ever seen in porn. So it was another 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
Guy was on his back, chick was riding him,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like sucking the dude's dick standing up.
Yeah.
So she's blowing the guy, she's riding, blowing the dude. Then he fucking he scooches over because he wants to come and bust like straight in her face.
But the guy's down there.
But the guy is down there.
Yeah.
The dude underneath is like this.
So you trying to move out the fuck.
I was fucking passed out laughing. It's terrible.
That motherfucker don't want to get none of this shit.
Oh, goodness.
I'm pretty sure they must have a lot of hysterical
God.
things
Yes.
on set,
Yes, and that's what I look for. But when you search weird stuff, then other weirder shit pops up.
But you know what? That human shit doesn't really, because obviously anything can happen when it comes to bodily functions. To me, it's that crazy anime shit. I didn't know that. Why would I not think that they would have shit like that? But I guess somehow my brain just didn't go that way, and haven't thought about that shit. But that is really strange.
It's something.
The whole thing, like you said, the enemas and stuff like that. I mean, it reminds me of the Phil show. Remember back in the days?
The Phil show.
Without naming any names, one of our boys got hooked up with this girl who was into enemas. Mm-hmm. You remember that shit? And he had to basically go on enema runs.
What?
And get her some fucking kits. So
Our stringhead friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she can shit all over the place.
On him?
Well, I hope not. I hope not.
If
but
he loved that girl, she shitted
She
on
was
him.
She was shitting all over the place, but he was getting he wasn't getting no pussy. But then after seeing that, I wouldn't want it anyway.
Was that the same chick who was burning him hot?
Yeah, the one that was scalded. No, those are some other ones that were scalding this motherfucker. So I mean, this dude is so far this guy, like I said, I'm not blowing nobody up, but I mean the dude, he got his rectum ripped. Some chick with like fucking vampire fingernails.
We're on the fucking train, and I don't know where the hell we're going. We're going. So it was me, him, the same cat. Who else was? Anybody else with us?
With the box and the lummox, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we're all on one side. He's on the other side, and he's just like,
He pulls out a donut?
no. He just looks uncomfortable.
So we're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Man? He was like, this fucking girl, man. She stuck her fingers in my ass, and I think she scratched my rectum.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this guy was always catching just bad breaks when it came to shit like this. So I mean,
we'll be back next week, of course.
Holy
like I said, big version style, big boy style, and Netty Chan next week. I don't know. This might be the better show to do.
Oh shit, man! Yeah.
You guys are making me sore.
Oh God.
But, thank you all. Thank you, Netty. I am Ken. That is Skiller
Sauce.
We're out of here.
Out of here.
Bye.
We're trying to make it, baby. We want